So we got a busy news day today, and a lot of stuff is going on the other side of the globe. Two pieces of Masterpiece news, and we're going to jump into the first one here. Now, this was one that was teased at us 2 days ago, 3 days ago, and there was also rumors and images and blurry images and all kinds of stuff and arguments that all of this is fake or it's real or there's Photoshop stuff. Now we know the truth. This was something that was teased on the Chinese Weibo website for Hasbro and Takara, and now we know the next movie masterpiece toy. And it is that of Transformers Masterpiece Movie MPM-12 Bumblebee Movie Optimus Prime. Probably not of a shock to many people. A lot of people saw this coming, but we now know it's legit. So they did a live stream at, I want to say, about 5 a.m. in the morning. For us Westerners, it was about 6 p.m. during the day in China. And they had some interviews with Takashi Kunihiro from Takara talking about the engineering and the design of this figure, as well as all the cool little bells and whistles and gimmicks. A lot of people are pointing out that this pretty much is a steroided up version of the Studio Series version. Has a lot of the same kibble issues, like the truck kibble on the underpieces of the arm and stuff like that. But otherwise, I think it looks spectacular. They say here that it's going to come with a lot of different die-cast parts in different areas to give it a more meaty kind of design and weightness to it. You're able to store the weapon on the back in truck mode. And the most interesting of them all, and I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but this is the first time we've ever got to really see, I guess, this new rebooted movie continuity's Matrix of Leadership, which has a very traditional original G1 look for the Matrix of Leadership. And I dig that a lot. And also it says here the Matrix of Leadership will also be in diecast. So that's really, really cool. So it's Prime, comes with the Matrix of Leadership, comes with his ion blaster, really a lot of articulation, and just looks really good. Looks really damn good, if you ask me. Articulation was really cool from what Takashi Kunihiro was showing us. And for people that have been kind of struggling to find the Studio Series version, I think this is probably the better route to go, in my opinion. The rumor is, it was hard to translate what the Chinese was saying. The Japanese would have been a lot more easier, but the rumor is that this is going to be a Target exclusive, which kind of lines up with a lot of what's been going on in recent years for movie masterpieces in the Western world. But at the same time, and I don't want to already be jumping ahead, but a lot of those movie masterpieces in Target do go on special. And, they do sometimes end up in other regions and other markets too. So chances are maybe we'll see them in, say, Toys R Us here in Canada. And maybe those will also go on special. But pricing is a whole other issue. But this is very fascinating. This is very cool. Again, we kind of had an idea that this was coming, but now this 100% confirms it. I mean, we had such a drought of news just last week. It's like, when is Hasbro going to reveal stuff? Well, now we got a whole bunch of stuff to discuss this week. But this looks really good. Looks really good. I like it a lot. It's something that I really will need to have in hand to really have my final decision. But the way that the presenters in the live stream and Takashi Kunihiro were showing the articulation, how it feels, from judging by the weightiness of the video, it feels like it's a nice meaty figure, and it doesn't suffer from, say, the die cast issues that, let's say, the 6-inch titanium line had back in the day, where there, you have die cast figures, but there's like a floppiness to this because, joints at the end of the day with die cast figures still have to be plastic, and sometimes the plastic just can't handle the weight of the die cast joints and the die cast bulk areas, like, say, forearms or lower legs. But this is a masterpiece. It's going to have ratchet joints. It's going to be able to handle that weight. And the poses that they have it in looks pretty good. And I mean, that Matrix just speaks to me. You want to win over Proto Man with a figure? Throw a Matrix of Leadership in said figure, and you already got my attention. And so that already, like, if this figure didn't have the Matrix, I think it already would have been 2 points down out of 10 for me. It would already start at 8 and then just fall from there. But I mean, this is already looking pretty spectacular. Comparing it to the Studio Series 1, if I really had to do a side-by-side, I think there's a stronger emphasis on the robot mode, and some mild sacrifices were made to the alt mode to make a better robot mode and have more of those details in the robot mode. But at the end of the day, they still look great in both. And we all know when we're going to have it in display in our collection what mode it's going to be in. And it's not going to be the Cybertronian truck mode, I guess we'll call it. Actually, it's not really a Cybertronian truck mode, but still, he looks great. Looks great. I'm very excited about this. Looks really good. I hope this will be easy to find in the Western market and people won't have difficulties with exclusive and stuff. I actually have a Patreon listener question that I have in the queue. Someone asked about to talk about how exclusives work and stuff like that, and I've been talking back and forth with some of my Hasbro people on, to get the skinny on all what's really going on with the exclusive thing and what's happening, and that'll be a topic in the very near future. But let me know what you think about this, guys. Looks really cool. I dig it. Again, that Bumblebee movie aesthetic seems to go really well with a lot of people, and I think in a lot of ways, I've said this many times, this is what we really should have gotten from the beginning. I get the whole movie designs and how we want it to be different the first time, and American mecha and the designers and everything, and that's a whole other rabbit hole to go down, and what was going on in early 2006 2007 from a design standpoint. But I dig it. I love what I see here, and I want to see more of it, and hopefully we'll get more information on exactly how the distribution is going to be for this. And maybe we'll have an update by the time we do our stream this Saturday. But let me know what you think. This is pretty hype, and hopefully we'll see more.